Hi, I'm Webb and these are my album confessions. It was kind of crazy. I wrote this album and then basically recreated the whole thing. So I feel like that kind of last 6 months of the album process is where everything just kind of kick-started for me, and the whole inspiration that I had just came out of just those last kind of seconds of finishing the album, which was really cool. You know, I think when you're coming back with your sophomore album, there's so much music being released before you've dropped that you get super inspired, but then you also want to make sure you produce the best work you can. So I think that was also quite scary and definitely a problem, but the solution to it was just kind of really keeping my head stuck in and just really focused, and yeah, just keeping my head down on my work and keeping in the studio and just grinding away until I felt super happy, solid and proud of the work that I'm producing. The inspiration behind my album artwork was kind of my every Sunday. So growing up, I used to sit in the bath and I'd always have my music obviously out of the bath but plugged into my phone, and I'd just sit and listen to music while I was in the bath. It was kind of my way of just freeing up space in my mind. The reason I was able to make that pivot and change into redoing the album was I just kind of woke up one morning and knew I had this kind of gut instinct that it wasn't right and it wasn't the right time to drop this album. I didn't feel ready as an artist or even mentally as a person, and I think that came a lot to do with the music and the message I was trying to get across in that album. It didn't really feel like for me there was any solid idea plan behind it, because it just wasn't very inspiring, not just for me, but I think we all felt it deep down. So I felt so empowered by pulling that plug and pivoting, and I think that's what made this album Confessions be so beautiful and incredible, because there was just a lot of risks taken, and I think you can't do anything without a risk being taken.